Good day, educators. We are going to have a webinar entitled Linkages and Networking with Organization. According to Herman Melville's, we cannot live for ourselves alone. Our lives are connected by 1,000 invisible threads, and along these sympathetic fibers, our action run as causes to us as results. It pays for the teacher in the classroom and community to establish linkages with local, national, and international associations. It is equally rewarding for the teacher to network with professional organizations and foundations. While the list of these local, national, and international association, professional organizations, and foundations is not exhaustive, the list comes in handy when you need assistance from any of these groups. As a professional teacher or a future teacher, we are able to give better service to our students and to other education stakeholders in the community if we are connected to a network of possible sources of educational assistance. Therefore, you may answer this on your own. What professional organizations do you know that teachers can join? By the end of this module, the student teacher will be able to understand the need for professional linkages, know the benefits of being a member of professional teacher organizations, local and abroad, and be able to discuss the desirability of being a member of an international organization for professional teachers. So this module introduces, in collaboration with public and private institutions and organizations are indeed inseparable if they are to create an impact on the lives of the students and members of the community they are committed to serve. The school can enjoy linkages and networking activities with international, national, and local organizations in the community for mutual benefits and assistance needed. Whenever we involve others in our work or helping them in theirs, we form partnerships. Two or more individuals or agencies agree to take on specific responsibilities. This can be to share human, material, or financial resources. This can take the form of either a linkage or a networking arrangement.
Now that we are done with the overview and introduction of the topic, let's now dig deeper by defining the linkages. Linkages, also termed as interconnections with institutions functioning along the same mission, are intended to serve members of both sides according to their respective needs, interests, and objectives. It also creates bonds together to solicit support and assistance for purposeful activities. Linkages are relationships and interactions between tasks, functions, departments, and organizations that promote flow of information, ideas, and integration in achievement of shared objectives. There are two types of linkages, the international linkages and the local and or the national linkages. For the example of international linkages, we have Pi Lambda Theta, INOSEC, World Council for Curriculum and Instruction, or WCCI, and Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development. Pi Lambda Theta, the first one, is an international honor society and professional association of women educators. Its main project is Excellence in Teaching Project, and it honors outstanding student teachers from College of Education. As a professional association, its purpose is to simulate independent thinking educators who can ask critical questions to improve educational policies and practices. For the next one, we have INOSEC. It is a center for training educational leaders from Southeast region under the SEAMEO organization. It upgrades the competencies of teachers from the region in all disciplines, and It updates teachers' knowledge and skills in implementing alternative learning system. For the third one, we have the World Council for Curriculum and Instruction, or the WCCI. It holds conferences in different member countries annually, which is participated in by members of the local chapter. It promotes that educators have a responsibility to ensure that education contributes to the promotion of equity, peace, and the universal realization of human rights. For the last example of international linkages, we have Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development. It is a non-profit, non-partisan membership organization that develops programs, products, and services essential to the way educators learn, teach, and lead. Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development is an educational leadership organization dedicated to advancing best practices and policies for the success of each learner. For the local and national linkages, it will be discussed by Ms. Rachel Ray Sibayan.
For national and local linkages, universities offering identical degrees. Linkages could be established between universities and colleges offering identical degrees. Cross-enrollment subjects needed uh, Cross-enrollment for subjects needed for graduation is allowed. Next is joint researches of universities. Joint researches could be conducted by 2 or 3 universities depending on their respective expertise. The dissemination of findings to other universities in the area is a big help. The next topic will be discussed by Ms. Cortez.
To continue, what is networking? What is the significance of networking, and why do we need to involve ourselves with these types of organizations and groups? Networking. It is a grid web whose members actively demonstrate how they can work together to attain common objectives, undertake innovative practices, and update members regarding breakthrough in different disciplines. This means that when you network, you make connections with people who are typically in your field. And these connections could be with working professionals, experts, leaders, or even professors. And what is the significance of networking? It provides us, future educators, new opportunities to build new skills, gain new knowledge, and meaningful experiences that will help us in our careers. Next, there are 4 types of networking. First is the networking with professional organization. This includes, next slide po. First is the consortium among colleges, universities, and colleges. But let's define first what is consortium. It is a collaboration between 2 or more individuals, businesses, organizations, or governments for the purpose of engaging in a common activity to accomplish a common goal. An example of this is RD Mendiola Consortium and TAF Consortium. The Mendiola Consortium, it includes 4 college universities, namely San Beda College, Centro Escolar University, San Sebastian College, and Holy Spirit College. And ang TAF Consortium, it consists of several institutions such as St. Paul University, St. Scholastica College, Philippine Normal University, Philippine Christian University, and De La Salle University. Next slide po. Number 2, with subject specialists. The examples are first, BIOTA, short for the Biology Teachers Association of the Philippines. It is a registered non-stock, non-profit organization established to promote the science of biology in all its branches. Next, MATED. It pursues the advancement of mathematics education in the Philippines. And third, Physics Teachers Association. Ang na-search ko po rito is an organization called PAPSI, or Philippines Association of Physics and Science Instructors. It was established in the year 1979 by Dr. Melesio Deona with active support from physics instructors, with the aim of upgrading the quality of physics instruction and physics instructors at all levels. And fourth, the Chemistry Teacher Association. Dito naman po ay ang Philippine Association of Chemistry Teachers, or PACT. It is a network with other chemistry teachers of the high school, college, and university levels. It was organized in Manila, Philippines in 1961. It envisions itself as a dynamic partner of the Philippine government in national development, social transformation, and economic advancement through excellence in chemistry education and community service, and in cooperation with other chemistry societies to serve as a resource for God and country in the professional development of chemistry educators. And to discuss and provide more examples of networking, here's our next presenter, Miss Jervy Garcia.
Number 3, Teacher Educational Institution. Under this is first, the Philippine Association for Teacher Education, or PAFTE. It is a 5-decade strong association of teachers and educators that has been at the forefront of the teacher education, which established on January 30, 1968. It is a network of caring and competent educators, and it is a prime mover for quality teacher education. PAFTE has its own objectives. First is to promote and maintain unity, professionalism, and excellence among teacher educators, institution, and professional teachers. Number 2, to raise and maintain standards of teacher education and enhance the mobility of the teaching profession through effective leadership and enlightened fellowship. Number 3, to stimulate, support, and undertake researches, studies, and other scholarly works that will contribute to the improvement of teacher education and disseminate new knowledge or information. Number 4, to serve as a partner of the Philippine government in promoting national development through pre-service and in-service teacher education. Federation of Accrediting Agency of the Philippines, or FAAP. It was established in 1977 and is authorized by the Philippine Commission on Higher Education, or CHED, to certify the quality levels of accredited programs at the tertiary level for the purpose of granting progressive deregulation and other benefits. Its aim is to upgrade academic standards through self-assessment and site visiting, training, research, and collaborating undertakings. Third, the Philippine Association of College and University Commission on Accreditation, or PACOCOA. It is a private accrediting agency that gives formal recognition to an educational institution by attesting academic program that maintains excellent standards in its educational operation in the context of its aim and objectives. First, to identify schools whose competence and performance in a particular field warrant public and professional recognition. 2. To guide students in the choice of quality schools, colleges, and university that will meet their individual's needs. Third, to help institution of learning and professional association in the mission of fourth, Association for Accrediting Colleges and University of the Philippines, or AACU. It is a non-profit and non-stock accreditation organization in the Philippines. The agency has 111 institutional members and in the 20 years to 2012 provide accreditation for almost 3,000 programs. It was founded in 1987. Its vision is to develop a mechanism for and conduct the evaluation of programs and institution. Its mission is to make the attainment of the quality in education an integral part of the higher education system, more particularly among chartered states colleges. Through this professional organization offer the opportunity for educators to mingle with and learn from other educators in the field or even in more diverse field, which will open unknown possible opportunities for collaboration, lead to new discoveries, and help all educators improve by comparing methods. A wide network of informed, interconnected contacts means border access to new and valuable information.
Networking with Foundation. First is Educational Research and Development Assistance Foundation Incorporation. Founded in 1974, the Educational Research and Development Assistance, or ERDA Foundation Incorporation, is a non-stock, non-profit organization officially registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. ERDA received funding support from local and foreign donors. Aside from its educational assistance, ERDA has also developed programs for the families of the beneficiaries as well as their communities. Second is Metrobank Foundation Incorporation. The Metrobank Foundation Incorporation, or MBFI, was established on January 8, 1979 by Dr. George T. Shaukian. MBFI implements various programs on education, visual arts, health, and in the recognition of excellence among key professions. It also maintains a dynamic partnership with other organizations that likewise provide services for the underprivileged and marginalized sectors of society and remains responsive to aid survivors of natural calamities in the Philippines and in Asia through relief and rehabilitation efforts. Number three is Network of Outstanding Teachers and Educators, or NOTED. Founded in October 26, 1997, the Metrobank Foundation Network of Outstanding Teachers and Educators Incorporation is an honor society composed of all the winners of the Metrobank Foundation's Search for Outstanding Teachers since 1985. Next slide, please. Number four is Ayala Foundation Incorporation, or AFI. One of the pioneering corporate foundation in the country, Ayala Foundation Incorporation was founded in 1961. Over the years, AFI has implemented programs in virtually all regions of the country, as it nurtures partnership with a wide network of government, non-government, corporate, and community-based organizations, as well as private individuals. AFI continues to evolve as it works hard to achieve greater reach and impact. Number five is GMA Foundation. GMA Foundation Incorporation is a social civic organization organized by GMA Network Incorporation to facilitate social programs and outreach to the public. Since it was founded in 1991, GMA Kapusa Foundation has been touching the lives of communities everywhere. Its projects help uplift the life of countless beneficiaries implemented singly or in partnership with other agencies. The foundation trusts are focused on helping and supporting impoverished families, needy children, calamity victims, prisoners and ex-prisoners, as aspiring singers and songwriters, including dependents of GMA employees. Number six is SM Foundation Incorporation. Through SM Foundation, the SM Group of companies has been able to help the less fortunate in the communities it serves by supporting their needs in education through college and technical vocational scholarship programs and donation of public school buildings. They give college and technical vocational scholarships to deserving and qualified students and build school buildings for underserved communities. They also distribute clothes, books, toys, footwear, and disaster kits to various grassroots communities through the SM Store nationwide. Number 7 is Foundation for Upgrading Standard Education or FUSE. The FUSE Foundation Incorporation is duly registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission as a non-stock non-profit organization on April 12, 1994, started by Senator Edgardo Angara and Dr. Salvador Escudero, both chairs of Education Committee in the House of Congress, together with Dr. Lucio Tan. The foundation has consciously carried out its primary objective of training teachers and continues to undertake activities designed to upgrade teacher capability in English, science, and mathematics. Number 8 is Philippine Foundation for Science and Technology or PFST. Has the Philippine Science Centrum as its flagship project. It consists of science exhibit which one visited by school children. The Philippine Foundation for Science and Technology was founded to promote science and technology among the youth. Number 9 is Book for the Barrio and Asia Foundation. Book for the Barrio is a non-profit, all-volunteer corporation defines itself as a project of the heart, as an organization that guides American school children to collect, pack, ship, and distribute books and other educational materials to the remote, impoverished public schools of the Philippines. Books for the Barrios conducts national teacher training conventions that prepare thousands of local instructors to train their peers in advanced teaching methodology. While Asia Foundation is a nonprofit international development organization committed to improving lives across a dynamic and developing Asia. Number 10 is Batobalani Foundation, established in 1991. Batobalani Foundation Incorporation is a non-stock non-profit organization engaged in the conceptualization and implementation of education development programs for its corporate benefactors. As a foundation focused in the area of education, Batabalani provides such programs as teacher training, school administration management development, school and library assistance and development, scholarship, and other school-based education-oriented programs. Last is Philippine Business for Education or PBED, a nonprofit organization founded in 2006 by the top CEOs in the country. Philippine Business for Education or BPED is the business community's response to the need for greater education and economy alignment. Their vision is for all Filipinos to have access to an education system that provides them with the needed competencies and values to lead productive lives and successful careers while serving as a good citizens of this nation. The next topic will be discussed by Miss Jessica.
The next one is networking with government office. To effectively implement the tasks laid out in the e-government master plan, a fast and efficient network is needed to interconnect government offices for coordinated and simplified public service. We want a network government that operates as a whole unit while at the same time addressing individual and independent concerns of the people it serves. With government network, the delivery of services is expected to become faster and more efficient as government agencies become interconnected, their functions integrated, and their operations interoperable. Like this example are Literacy Coordinating Council or LCC. It is the policy of the state to give the highest priority to the adoption of measures for for the total eradication of literacy. For this purpose, it shall encourage and the formulation of policies, and the implementation of programs on non-formal, informal, and indigenous learning systems, as well as self-learning, independent, and out-of-school study programs, particularly those that respond to community needs. The next one is the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST. The DOST is the executive department of the Philippine government responsible for the coordination of science and technology related projects in the Philippines. To formulate policies and projects in the fields of science and technology in support of national development. Um, the Commission on Higher Education, or CHED. The Commission on Higher Education is the Philippine government's agency in charge with promoting relevant and quality higher education. It ensuring access to quality higher education and guaranteeing protecting academic freedom for continuing intellectual growth, advancement of learning, and research, development of responsible and effective leadership, education of high-level professionals, and enrichment of historical and cultural heritages. And the last example is the Teacher Education Council, or TEC. TEC is part of TCNJ's governance structure, and it is specifically concerned with policy and curriculum for the preparation of school professionals. It in the interest of serving our students, the major roles or functions of the tech are to engage in collaborative discourse to inform the policies and procedures in early childhood, elementary education, middle level education, secondary education, and SPED, or special education. Um, it, it provides the means to better link the education department faculty with the College of Arts and Sciences faculty. It serves as a forum for discussing educational issues, and organize a means to communicate pertinent information common to initial licensure programs and periodically review and update the tech bylaws. And the next part is reported by Miss Rachel Sibayan.
For the next topic, we have networking with media. And the media that we have are broadcast ABS-CBN and GMA Foundation, government and private channels, historic and cultural events, publication and prints, and education films and projected documentaries. For the first one, broadcast ABS-CBN and GMA Foundation provide assistance to school children and teachers through its educational broadcast, donation of instructional materials and school buildings, and conducting interviews of achievers in various professions. To continue, government and private channels likewise include award-winning entries to national competitions in the fields of education, sports, and healthcare. Historic and cultural events and celebrations brought to all homes promote the spirit of nationalism and pride. For the fourth one, we have publication and prints through the daily newspapers, magazine, and other reading materials are rich sources of information for purposes. And for the last one, educational films and projected documentaries widen children's knowledge and outlook for growth and development. For the next topic, we have Miss Rachel Ray to discuss it.
Lastly, we have the quote from Bilbao and other authors from 2012. Quote unquote, as a professional teacher, you are able to give better service to your students and to other education stakeholders in the community if you are connected to a network of possible sources of educational assistance. So dito sinasabi lang ng mga authors na as a teacher, as a professional teacher, mas maganda ang maibibigay nating education system sa ating mga students kung tayo mismo mga guro ay may personal connection sa mga organizations, programs, and networks na makakatulong or makakapagbigay sa atin ng educational assistance. So ano nga ba yung mga tinutukoy nating organizations or programs? So we have Brigada and Balik Eskwela. These are the programs created by Department of Education for from different years. From what I know is Brigada is from 2021 and Balik Eskwela is from 2019. Next is PTA meeting. This is very common naman sa lahat ng eskwelahan and it is occurring from kindergarten up to high school. Then anti-dengue campaign, nutrition month, feeding programs, NGOs which sila yung pinakamadaling ma-approach ng mga guro dahil ngay non-governmental organizations dito bumabagsak lahat ng iba't ibang donations and talagang mga iba't ibang tao ang tumutulong, 'di ba? So silang pinaka-accessible sa lahat na makapagbigay ng educational assistance sa ating mga students and other donations or assistance enjoyed by school. So that's it for this webinar. Thank you for listening. We are Group 4.